for at DXP. So I messaged her real quick, asked her if she used Flex, and asked her if she ever pulled up a probate or whatever, and she didn't. So my next thing was I went to the Bible, ChatGPT, told him what system I used, and he walked me through the whole thing, and it was very simple. So I got some lists sitting in my file,
Mhm,
and it does have probate though because the message that you sent previous,
mhm.
I didn't get to the churches or the fire
Yeah.
stations.
Mhm.
So I will
Oh,
work
that's
on
good.
that tomorrow. But
Good. You're
yeah.
going to put those in Google Drive.
Okay. I have them in my Mac file right at the moment, but I can switch them over.
Yes, you put them in Google Drive. I know Chris Landay is not on here right now, but you and Chris Landay was pretty much doing the same thing. She was doing it for Florida, but you'll learn a lot from her once I connect everybody with her. She's also a realtor, but in Florida. And she's got probate down to a science, like literally down to a science. So we have so many leads to work. Florida is exceptional. And I know you guys probably wondering why I'm saying probate, why we're going to look at probate leads. Believe it or not, probate leads pay you much better than any other lead out there. No matter what. If you can get probate on the contract, when you go to dispo, probate can earn you as much as 50 to $100,000 on one transaction.
Wow.
So it's a little time consuming to close them, but the hardest part is to just get the listing and work the listing. We have over 100,000 probate for Florida right now in leads. Adding your leads, I actually have a buyer in standby just waiting for everything, anything Michigan. Like, I mean, like he is ready, you know. Um,
Wow.
so this is why I'm putting the concentration because I know what my buy box are, what the buyers want. So their buy box is going to just be wide open for all of you. Okay. Yeah, we'll get there. We're almost there. We're gonna start flipping these deals. So, did your realtor answer you in the contract?
He did not. And I sent him hey, I just emailed you, and he did not respond.
He's already received it and he's gonna handle it. So by tomorrow morning, I know he's gonna push back a little because I kind of dropped the price on him, but
Mhm.
it's okay. We start low, and I know he's gonna push back on the contract and give us so you know this is the final price they want. But the good thing is, I found out the county will take it away from the owner and it will become county property, city property, and he will make $0.
Mhm.
So it's best for him to take something rather than nothing. And
Mhm.
he has a timeline because the city says it's a sore eye to the community, especially that close to a lake. So I know we stand in a good position, but I know he'll
So
probably
excited.
push
You
back.
didn't know. I can't even believe it. But
Hey,
thank you. Thank you
coming.
for all of it.
It's coming. It's coming. So it's
Uh,
coming faster than you think.
it came real fast.
Yes.
Like it was just a thought in my head. Hey, I probably should maybe ask Christina about this. And then she was like, "Oh, get it over to Gigi right now." And I was like, "Okay." And then all of a sudden, it was like, bam, bam, bam. Okay.
I know. I know. I
If you
know.
bring me any type of big deal, I'm going to be like, go to Gigi right now
Well,
and
I
make it
really
happen.
didn't think, I wasn't thinking how huge of a deal it was until after the fact. Like it's a
Mhm,
commercial property and they want 69,000. Wait,
mhm,
what? You
mhm.
know? So, yes, I'm
I know he's probably going to push back to the under 60 and say, no, you guys need to give me 69,000. He'll probably push back there, but it's okay because quite honestly, the property as is about $183,000 as is, no improvement, no nothing, just the junk that it is right now.
Mhm.
But carrying it farther, I'm looking at what's my exit, and my exit on that is to a multifamily person that buys, does multifamily developments, or someone that's ready to do like a rehab and make it into like commercial combo. So it's, like not just residential. So that's such a great location. We just need him to accept and sign off on it. That's it.
And he might because I mean, they have to sell it. And he was so
Hmm.
adamant when I talked to him about it has to be quick. We have to do this fast or the county's going to take it over.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
we
So in
just,
the morning, by 9:05 a.m., if he doesn't respond to you, you push him one more time, push him with a text, push him with a call, then push him again within half an hour. We'll keep pushing him and he'll get it done. We can close by Monday if we can get it all done by tomorrow. We just need that contract back.
when you say push him, what do you mean? Like, hey,
It's just like, a little tap on your shoulder reminder.
just to remind you, I sent you over a contract,
Yeah.
basically. Okay,
Mm-mm.
I just want to get my words right because
Just say,
sometimes,
hi, just checking in on that contract being signed. Should I expect it today?
okay,
You're closing it. You're not asking permission. You're telling him we're
I'm
closing it.
okay,
Exactly.
okay.
It's
And
like
I
those
like
tap
that.
on the shoulders that I send you all every day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Goodness.
Because I mean, if it goes to, I'm not worried if the thing is that whether they sign or not, if it reverts to the city and the city takes over, we literally can buy it for $1 at that point.
Wow. And he gets
So
nothing.
exactly,
He would be silly
exactly,
not to.
exactly,
And
exactly.
they know by now, like they know that if the city takes it, there will be SOL with
Oh yeah, they have
Oh
gave
yeah,
this guy lots of chances, like years of, hey, you need to clean this up. But
yeah,
he's just so attached to it, I guess, and he stores
mhm,
all of his junk there. He doesn't even live there. And it's a 8 unit hotel with a store
yeah,
to it
exactly. Hmm. Wow.
on Houghton Lake. So it's like right on the same
That
side
lake
as
is
the
like
lake.
literally
Yes.
one street over. So
Yes.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Way to go, Holly. Mhm.
Yay. I'm super excited. Dang it, I'm probably not gonna be able to sleep again tonight. The first night, I couldn't sleep at all. I was like, all this, what if? And then my brain's trying to figure out the transaction and the pieces of it.
Mhm.
And I just like, I gotta stop because I'll learn that eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holly, it's not a bad thing that you can't sleep. That's okay in this instance.
Hi, Melissa.
I'm Alyssa. Yes, you're right. In this instance, it's not a bad thing.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay.
And don't worry about wanting to put the pieces all together in advance. Genevieve knows that I tend to jump forward, but what this and what about that? She's like, slow down.
That's where my brain was, but I wasn't like verbally saying it.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, but you got it. You got it. It'll fall into place and you'll see what I see very quickly. You will all learn that very quickly, like because everybody was looking at it as just a motel to renovate. My brain
Hmm.
went to multifamily, tear down, build up. Is the bottom structure great? So I looked at a different exit strategy rather than just looking at a motel. And that's where I want you all to get to. When you see a property, know your exit. When you look at it, you can know your exit right away, and then bam, it's easier to comp it and price it out and get a contract done. Anyway, hello, my other ladies. How are y'all doing?
Not as good as Holly.
Oh, Melissa Lani, you need to stop. You
Stop.
do have a hotel closing, so that's nothing to sneeze about.
Mhm. We do. We
Gonna
do.
say she just
Thanks.
moved to SoCal, right? You get to be with your family.
Mhm.
Yes, that's why. Sorry, ladies. This is so unusual for me, but it's just a major transition in my life. I'm from SoCal. I'm from Hawaii, but I spent time in Missouri. I never called it home, but I made it home because that's where the ex-husband was. So, anywho, I finally was released when my last son went to college, and I got to move. So that's why I haven't been with you. But you guys, I listened in the past 48 hours to the Saturday call and the orientation. I was so impressed. I got my list. It's printed. I'm going for it.
Well,
And I
that's
love
something
all
to
you guys.
celebrate.
Watching all of you, seeing all of you. And Christina, thank you for giving us the opportunity to watch the Zooms because they're so immensely valuable. I just couldn't be there at that moment, but you allowed me to be a part of it by recording it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hands to Christina. Yay.
Yes,
You're so welcome.
thank you. And you guys are all so beautiful. So keep on keeping on. I'm
Hey, you're in
taking the steps with you
SoCal
guys.
now. You're in SoCal now. There's a lot to be done there. A lot. So,
I am seeing that. I am seeing that. Yeah, prices are high, but it's so populated dense and
mhm,
population dense and like LA County, that Southern California area.
mhm.
Real estate is a hot bed.
But Melissa Lamy, believe it or not, yes, California is like that. But believe it or not, in Cali, if you're a realtor and you are with us, even if you're not a realtor, and we can find properties that's listed on MLS, and California is the perfect ground for novation, is the
Mhm.
perfect ground for double closing. But I like
Mhm.
it primarily for novation because you can find properties in South Cal with that 60 to $80,000 spread. And when you do a novation, you can make money very easily, very quickly. And a lot of the sellers in that area will definitely take on a novation with you.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
there's
excuse me.
there's business to be had.
And what I love is in the system that you guys set up, when one makes money, everybody wins.
Yes.
We're all working together.
Yep.
I just love what you guys set up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay, Miss Liz, I see your hand.
Mhm.
I'm always with my hand up. I have two questions.
Mhm.
The first one is when we are on those calls that you're listening to,
Mhm.
will you be instructing us on what pages we should have up and what we should have set up for when we do the calls?
I will show you the 4 pages you're supposed to always have open on your computer when you're going to do those calls. So before you even get on those calls, before you start making those calls, you'll already know.
And that'll be on our one-on-one.
That will be in entire group.
Okay.
You'll learn that
And then
on Wednesday.
Okay, perfect. And then my other question was, I hear everybody talking about printing lists. I haven't since I had PropStream. Uh, do we have access to that yet? Or I mean, is that something that I should be working on? I didn't know if we had access to that yet.
They're setting that up. That's the reason why Christina is asking everyone for their phone number and their location because they need to put that in the system. So
Okay.
hopefully everybody could get it to her by tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
So
You're
the
welcome.
best way, Christina, the best way is to answer via your email to send you our, okay.
Mhm.
Send me emails. I love responses. Please do. Please do.
Cool, cool. And
Of
by the way,
course.
when I was talking about printing lists, sweetie, it was the to-do list, our
Mhm,
business setup,
mhm,
which
mhm.
is so beautiful to look at. I mean,
Thank
you
you.
guys just your font, your coloring, everything is just spectacular. Thank you.
Before we go to Gloria, I just want to highlight, and because I know it could be like, what's going on with Nicole and Lisa? So a lot of the girls that are in here right now are in GGU, which is our mentorship program that we've been doing. So you'll be just absorbing all of this information to take with you and use it as you move along on your journey too. But I don't want you to feel like you're left out in any way, shape, or form. This is a public open forum on Business Lab. So anyone and everyone's welcome to join us on this particular evening every Monday night and go over all the things. I know we wanted to, I know I had mentioned we would go over some comping and some things to keep in mind when you're going to do comping. But I just want to also share that you are embraced by all of our sisters here. Some of them are still in Rain. And that, you know, whatever you have questions about, please ask. You know, we're here to help you too. Gigi is here. Pick her brain while you can. It's not every time you get the opportunity to have her around. So, you know, take advantage that she's here also. So just wanted to let you know you guys are much loved and not at all left out in any of this conversation.
Nope. Just ask away. No problem. It's open forum.
She might even call you out, Lisa and Nicole, to see if you're working on a
yeah.
deal or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I do. I do.
She will probably do that.
I do. I do. So, who we got? Gloria.
Yes, so just so that I can work my, even though I don't have a W-2, but I do have a lot also going on. So are we gonna get a like a schedule so we know that Monday there's no class, but we do have level up at 8:30, Tuesday, Wednesday through Friday. Is there gonna be any activity so we all can be on the same page and not like today I ran literally to be here and ready. So you know that would help if we can get a little bit more clarity on that.
Yeah.
Also, training for PropStream, you may have responded that already. So as soon as we send you all our information, phone number, blah blah blah, you'll let us know when we start PropStream.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
I want them to finish setting up by Wednesday so we can dive into that on Wednesday and really start going through the comping, the getting on the phone, the closing the deals. So I need to have that set up by Wednesday. So Christina needs to have everybody's info so they can finalize those. Okay.
Okay. Email, phone, and location.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, not email. And then also, because I have uh REI Works, I've been kind of playing with that, but I don't want to get so much into it to learn to, leave it aside and then learn PropStream. So right now I'm kind of just playing with REI Works. And this morning I just driving from an appointment down in Miami. It's like near North Miami Beach. Great location. And there's two houses, one in front of the like across the street from each other. These homes are like $1 million and higher. And these two houses are abandoned. I have the addresses and I looked up and I can see what the retail price and the wholesale price, but I'm almost can imagine inside these houses are like they need to be demolished.
Really?
There's not even pictures. There's no pictures. I do have two phones, but it's like I've been looking into REI Works trying to see what other information I can get, but I'm kind of like, what do I do? So I'm just playing with REI Works, but that's why I'm asking about PropStream. But the one of the homes, the retail price is 1.8, and the other one right across from it is 1.7. The houses nearby, a lot of them have been rehabbed.
What's the address of one of them? Just give me one of them.
The address, one of them is 19221
192.
19221 Northeast 22nd Avenue. And this is North Miami Beach, or you can either find it by Miami. There's no pictures. The outside looks really, um, everything is overgrown. Even the weeds are like starting to grow on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
The 192.21 has delinquent tax. That's what I saw.
It's in pre-foreclosure.
The 192.21.
Yes,
Okay.
it's in pre-foreclosure.
Anyway, so I saw these two houses and it's a great area.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's crazy to start with one of these large. Um,
There's about $193,000 in liens against it.
okay.
So let me see. I think I can share my screen. I can share. Okay. So I can do this. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is 19221 Northeast 22nd Street.
Mm-hmm.
You notice this property. It says pre-foreclosures. When was this judgment? July 20. Auction was supposed to be September 2nd. US Bank. Based on liens. Oh, there's city tax lien, city tax. A lot of these $86.
What would you?
So you see there's a lot of liens on here, but I want to see what the big lien is about. It's saying it has 190 something thousand in liens, involuntary liens. I'm thinking maybe, is there a HOA or anything you noticed?
No, I don't think so. The it's non-incorporated. Miami has some areas that have like the city of Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, the city itself, they have a lot of rules and regulations when it's in certain areas of Miami, not on, oh my gosh.
Mm,
There's a
law
specific word,
office.
like there's no, you don't need to go to the city to get permits, licenses.
Right.
You would have to
They're in unincorporated.
unincorporated. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
It has a lot of liens by a law firm. Some of these liens are saying abstract judgment. It could be some mechanical liens. Oof. What is this 176,000?
Are mechanical liens the same as like contractors that were never paid?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. So somebody did a loan or something with the property. There's $176,000 on just one lien.
So property like this with so many liens, it's just best to leave alone. Maybe
No,
that's
this
why.
is a beautiful lien. This is a beautiful property to take on as something to close. It's a um looking at this property, Let's see. HOA. So the owner of this property, it states they only owe like $101,000 in mortgage. So let's see what happened here. So remember when you asked me like what screens you need to have open when you're talking to a seller in regards to a property, you need to have PropStream open, Redfin open, Zillow, and you're also going to need to have your profit calculator open, which is this calculator that you all use. So this will be a part of the lesson on Wednesday. You'll have to have your profit calculator open, Redfin, Zillow, and PropStream. This calculator is super important, and I'll teach you how to use this calculator. Okay. When you use this, you will come very close to knowing what your cost will be in terms of if this needs a full rehab. This is saying 3,493 in square feet, right? So if I'm gonna if I'm gonna work with this and I'm gonna find out, let's see, can I share both screen at the same time? Probably can. Let me make sure. Mhm.
When you say screens, Gigi, you mean tabs, right? Like we have to just so we can
Mhm.
tap back and forth because I only have one. One screen, lots of tabs.
I know. Um, let's see. Okay. So I just want you guys to see this really quick. So if I'm looking at that property at the current moment, as I'm trying to get my comps on it, we already know there's like almost $200,000 that is already out there in terms of liens. We also know the homeowner owes about 130,000. So we know that's another about what, 330,000. Our ARV will probably work out to be about 1.5. I'm just keeping it low. And if I'm looking at repair, remember when I said that we try to come as close as possible in terms of repair on these things? And we go by national average. So when we're using this, we're basing this on national average cost, which includes the highest in terms of rehabbing in places like California is super high, New York super high, Hawaii super high. So we use those three main states along with other states, and we come out with an average cost. That property was about 3,700. So input that. If we're doing a low rehab, that's what we're looking at in terms. But knowing the property probably
Okay.
been shut in for a minute, we're not going to go based on that. We're gonna more look at we're gonna more look at this in terms of the bigger rehab, which to me it would be, I believe it's going to need like the big sixes. If you ever remember on one of these calls, I talked about the big six, which include like your HVAC, your water heater, plumbing, electrical, roof, foundation. Those are like your big six items. On this, I'm more thinking that we would probably need exterior and interior. We're already accounting for that while we have it at 40 per square foot. Possible if we want to go, say, worst case scenario, we'll go with the big six. So we know our rehab could be anywhere from 166.5 to that, but we're gonna go at 166. In here, we will put the 166. Let's round it to 167 plus the 350,000 that we already know has to go out because of the liens and so forth. It's Florida. We may have some lawyer fees in terms of handling. So we're probably going to end up with about maybe, let's say, 550,000 is what we're looking out of pocket. The holding costs to do all of the rehab and so forth, we give a generous 5%, 95% of the time. We only use 3% of that because we're holding it until holding costs is things like your insurance and so forth while you are rehabbing the property. Our contract price to seller, because he's already in problem and have a mortgage plus a lien, we can offer him as low as $200,000 and they would take it just to save their credit. And a property like this, if we just want to assign it for a quick flip, we can go as far as high as no. Remember, I told you guys here is where you pay attention. So the potential investor have a 28%. In our wholesale, if we meet that rule of 20% minimum return, it's a great deal for an investor. If we want to be generous with our investor, we can sell, all right, whatever, I'll sell it off to him at 100,000. That's if you want to be generous. So the only numbers you're to concern yourself with are the blue numbers and then this final number here. So if this is at 20% return on his money, they're happy. Now, if he's gonna hold this and use it as a rental, if it's not part of Miami, then we're looking at about 6,500 in a straight rental. And you input those numbers here. And I'll tell you what's important on this side. And we're being conservative with the ARV, as you noticed. If we're at 6,500 here, I'm like, you know what? It's a $1.5 million home. So the area, the home, rehab, everything, we could possibly get 7,500 per month. So anything here, your rental rate, the ideal rental rate is a minimum of 50%, 0.50. Will make it a great deal for an investor. Okay.
Yeah.
So this little number is where you will look to say, as an investor, my ROI monthly, this is my return. It's above 50%. That's excellent.
Wow.
But a property like this, that's 1.5 million, you do realize that these properties rent for this much. That's what a $1.5 million property rents for. 15,000.
How do we know that, Gigi? How do we come up with that rental price? Do we comp on that too?
If you look when you're on Zillow and Redfin that I told you to open up,
Hmm.
when you go to those areas, right? Like we have the property pulled up here. Now, if you recall, I opened up Redfin and I can scroll down. And I said, what is Redfin saying in terms of rental in this area? And if I can't find it on Redfin, I'll go check on Zillow and see what Zillow is saying property rents for in this area. So this is the reason why you open Redfin and Zillow. It helps you to come very quickly, A to B, C, D, and you're out. When you need to find these prices. Just based on principal and interest alone, you already know this is a $10,000 minimum rental rate. In this area, when you pull this up, look at this. Look at all this. It's telling you where this property will sit. You pay attention to these. They may seem insignificant, but a lot of times you'll notice different things in this area. You'll notice the pricing those properties are going for. Sometimes you'll even find what they're renting for. But the rule of thumb in real estate is to always be able to rent a property at 1% of its value.
1% of its value. Okay.
That's how you come up with your rental amount.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can't find it here, that's the rule of thumb that you follow, the 1%er. Clear? Yes. No. Maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Gloria's got some work to do.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
So
two, one across from each other. Exactly. I think not in the same situation, but yeah, both abandoned, both are all boarded up, and they seem like there's no life to the house.
mhm.
So okay,
Yes.
but thank you for that. That was very, very informational. Thank you.
Well, we can set a time and work them together, and I'll walk you through them, strengthen you, and we'll skip trace it together and get the owner information. We'll skip trace it right there on PropStream,
Okay.
and I'll let you loose to the masses like I did to Holly.
Oh, all right. Well,
Remember what I say. Use everything in your arsenal to close these deals. You all have more power than you think. More power than you think. When you're on the phone talking to a seller, if you feel yourself getting a little bit overwhelmed, take your break, slow your breathing. And the way to do that is to very simply say to the seller, 1 second, my apologies. It's taking a little bit longer for me to see this. I usually have my assistant with me. My eyesight is very bad. I'm almost blind. I'm right on the screen trying to find this. Just bear with me. The sympathy that will come out of those sellers is enormous because they will wait and then they will try to help you. Okay. And look, you can get emotional with them. Like, I had one girl just totally just kind of like broke down into her little female cry. Like, she's like, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. And I really just want to help you. And, she gave her little sniffles, her little theatricals. And next thing you know, the seller is telling her what he thinks his property is worth, how she can find out what he believes needs to be repaired, and that he has this good friend that does remodeling and all that. And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That contract was locked up. Just like that, you know? So just find your little spot, put yourself in there, and just be you. Just be you. That's it. Gloria, you have a great accent. Use it. La colombiana. Let it come
Colombian.
out of you.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, I need PropStream.
You got it. You
Yeah.
got it. I have you. Okay. Not to
Also,
worry.
before, and I don't want to take over, but the the information for us to call the attorneys so
Mm-hmm.
that I can get my information, lined up and get that, because if we once we start going with these two babies, I need to be ready.
Oh,
Check the chat.
Christina.
I just put it in the chat, and I'm
Okay.
also in the midst of writing yet another email.
Another even. You guys gonna start saying, we've got Christine in the mail.
Christina Mail.
Christina mail. So just start looking out for those.
Christina has her own folder in my Gmail, okay? Just send it to the folder.
I always wanted someone to have a folder of just me. I'm so
You
excited.
got it, girl. You
Just
got it.
made my whole night.
You made it to the top of the list, Chrissy. Oh
That's
goodness
like so
gracious.
amazing. I love that.
Yep, exactly. Where's Latrice tonight? I haven't heard from
Where
her.
is
Is she?
Latrice? She's hiding
Yeah.
right in the middle of the screen.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
there you
absorbing.
are.
I'm absorbing all this information. I'm right here.
Look, you had me on Saturday. You going inside the supermarket and you were connected to those earbuds. I said,
That'll be it.
Christina,
That
look
is
at her show.
dedication. She's like, no kind of excuse. None,
No,
zero.
I'm not missing this for anything. No, ma'am.
Well, like I always say, if it's important to you, you make time for it.
That's right.
That's
Make
it. That's
That's
it.
right. Make time for what's
Yes,
important to you. Absolutely.
exactly.
I need
Exactly.
that one-on-one, Gigi.
Yeah, you need to put it on the calendar. Christina's sending out tonight the links so
Okay.
everybody can put in their timing
Okay.
so we can get that moving.
Yes, please. Please.
Right. Heidi, how are you? I haven't heard from you. Come on, Miss Heidi.
Okay,
Don't be
okay.
hiding from
I
me.
am here.
There
I am
she
here.
is.
I am doing good. I'm still taking it all in, trying to get organized with all this information. Um, it's kind of hard because I've had to redo some of the stuff I did with Rain. And
Uh,
so it's taken me a while to backtrack the website, the phone issues. I'm trying to get all that together and
mm,
getting that connected to PropStream, right? At some
mhm.
point. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm gonna hope to have that ready, getting all the holding companies, LLC set up. Trying to get that online, and I'm looking forward to our one-on-one so I can
Yes.
finalize all this stuff. But in the meantime, I'm looking at some hot zip codes in Fort Worth, and so I'm just trying to work my way doing that, and Facebook messaging still,
Mm-hmm.
and just trying to get some leads that way.
Well,
But
hopefully by the end of this week, we should have you with at least um probably 100 homes ready to go.
yay, yay,
So
yay, yay! I'm excited.
yes.
I want to dig
So
in. I want to dig in and get it
yeah,
done.
we need to make sure
Yes,
you're set up with
yes,
your holding
yes.
company. Forget about the LLC. The LLC will come later when we get to those fix and flip and fix and hold.
Yeah.
So don't worry about the LLC. Focus on the holding company.
Yeah.
That's like super important. The bank accounts, the way I said to set them
Yeah.
up,
Bank
all that
accounts.
stuff. Yes.
Now the Mara lawyer, was that what we were talking about on
Yes.
Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Do we talk to them before we do the bank accounts, or do we go ahead and set up the bank accounts?
You'll need the holding company to set
Opening?
up those
Yeah. Oh,
bank
okay.
accounts.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you want it in your holding company name.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
good. Yes.
Thank you. I'm
Yes, you're
glad you were
welcome.
busy. Now we need to get you to those
Yeah, I
properties that's
know.
coming up in,
I know.
in
I know. I know. I
Texas,
know.
because honey,
I
Texas is
know.
hotbed.
Yes, yes, it
Mhm,
is. Yeah.
mhm. Yes, yes. All
Okay.
right. Ladies, do we have anyone else? Who do we have? Do we have Lisa? Trying to hide out. We don't play hiding here. Come on, step up to the plate, Miss Lisa. Unmute yourself.
Hey,
There you go. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So tell us what's going on.
What's going on with me?
Hmm.
I'm working on two PML deals.
Oh,
I have three long-term rentals and we're rehabbing one right now. So I haven't
okay.
spent a lot of time looking for deals and thought maybe I wanted to wholesale, but I'm not sure I want to now. I may just want to do some burst strategy and then PML.
What's scaring you about wholesaling?
Um, I guess just the time commitment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does require time in the beginning, but it is the fastest way to build your liquidity. And it's like I told the ladies, wholesaling is not something you should stick to for a long period of time. It's literally the first step in real estate to building liquidity to a certain amount, and then you go into the other phase, other layers of real estate investing. But it does require dedication in the beginning, for sure. But congratulations on your PML and your rehabbing.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Good for
And
you.
any question you have in that area, you can still ask me because I do know that level
Okay.
also.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you and
Thank
welcome to
you.
the night.
Thanks.
All right. Where is Candace? Is she hiding as usual? Where's Candace? Where's Candace? Oh,
Hiding. I'm never hiding. I just don't have a
okay.
back daddy camera like Holly.
I'm so done with you for
And
tonight.
Mac is pun intended because I'm team Android, so I can't have a Mac.
Figured as much. I have to pick on you.
Of course.
You know that. How's Mooresville treating you?
I love Morrisville. I do. We'll see how clearly it's not working for me real estate wise though.
We just got to get you plugged in.
Yeah.
That's it. We just got to get you plugged in,
You gotta
and
find the right
Mooresville
one.
going to become your best friend. You're going to know your whole neighborhood, your whole city before you're finished. Trust me, you will. They'll be coming to you. You know what, Christina? We should tell her to put on her house what we saw in that other house down your street that says, I buy houses. Painted on your home in
I'm
big.
Listen,
not kidding, y'all. So
I was
like
thinking
I
about
was
that.
driving
So
down the
funny.
highway today and I saw this dude like it's a giant
Mhm.
apartment building and he has this massive big huge painted on his building right in the front. I feel bad for the
Mhm.
tenants. And it says we buy houses and
Yep.
his phone number. He's like, Nola buys houses and his phone number. I about died. I
Yep.
was like, that's my competition. And I was just like, I can't compete with that. That's like billboard status. And he owns that building. It's like
Exactly.
massive.
Exactly. But we can compete because even though we may not put it against the house, we can purchase those projectors and get that made and it flashes against your house. So don't tell me what we can and cannot compete. Hello. Been there, done that. Hello. Come
I
on now.
wasn't about to paint that on. I was paint that black and white,
Yep, yep,
black and white and gold. Like
yep.
I'll put a little itty bitty sign in the front yard, but I'm not painting my house.
I love a projector.
The
We will
projector I
do.
can do, but I live in like a little tiny, like in the back of the cul-de-sac. No one's coming over here to see my we buy houses. They're like,
I
uh-uh.
bet you we put that projector up on the we'll put that projector on your roof and at night it will turn on and it will flash up
Ariel.
in the sky. Your bat signal. Come on.
I was
I
just
love
gonna
it.
say that.
Oh goodness. Where's Danny? I haven't heard from Danny in a while. Where's
Oh,
Danny?
here I go opening my
Yeah.
mouth. I'm right
Uh-huh.
here.
There. I know why did you think you could hide from me? Huh? Why did you think you could hide from me? Hello, Danny. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, waiting to hear what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Not
Mm.
not so much right now. I've
Mm-hmm.
got my grandkids for the week. They're on fall break, so it's
Oh,
loud and interesting here.
but of course, they keep your brain young, don't they?
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Thank
but
goodness for grandkids. They keep us look what fit, young, brain going.
all of it.
Exactly.
Yes, all the
So
above.
I'll
Although they
let
have
you
added some gray hairs, but
put them to work. Tell them you gave grandma this gray hair, so now you need to color it in. Put them to work. Just put them to work. They got it. They'll
I
color you.
know.
Remember what I said? What did I say on Saturday in our first class? What did I do to my kids?
Yes,
You give them that
chores
same
and
chore list.
structure.
Give it to them. I bet you that your house will be so clean.
Yes, my
You tell
one
them
does actually.
you'll pay them with an ice cream cone.
You take advantage of that while they're young and get away with that.
Yes, yes, exactly. But make sure the ice cream cone is a frozen yogurt treat instead of the regular ice cream. That's what I did to my kids for the longest until my sister came and visited. My kids was like 4 and 5, and she took them to the store and she
Oh,
gave them ice cream. And they were like, "This is not ice cream. That's ice cream." And they pointed to frozen yogurt. My sister said, "Your mom's been fooling y'all. That's not ice cream. That's yogurt." Oh, I was so mad. So you just have fun with them grandkids, and you be the grandma that say, "Yeah, that's ice cream. It's very good ice cream." But you, Danny, you're in Cali, so you better bootstrap in, young lady, because Cali has a lot, a lot.
yeah.
One of the things that I want us to look at in California, you know as well as I do, because I used to live in Cali. There are a lot of areas that was burnt out. Some people will rebuild and some won't. So there's a lot of property in that part of California that's going to be put up for sale. I have a realtor friend that I've asked her to pull those for me. Let me know the ones that have already filed insurance, but they don't want to rebuild on that land. So I'm going to try to work with them, try to do some 1031 exchange. This way we can get the property at an excellent discount while we place them in a property somewhere else. So it's like a 2-4.
So I'm in like central California,
Mm-hmm.
um, closer to like Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it kind of concerned me when I first started with when I was in Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's the properties around here. That's kind of like the common theme of how they look, like overgrown grass,
I
Hmm.
mean, you can find some with boarded up windows that are still in regular use. It's
Hmm.
very, not a very good area. So that's what I was kind of worried about my area.
I wouldn't because, yeah, it may look that way to you, but a lot of areas are being regentrified. And even though it's boarded up, look overgrown, a lot of times it's out of state owners or something that was inherited. For example, a couple years ago, I had one father that passed away. And this was probably about 9 years ago. The father, was big on Wall Street and so forth. He passed away. He had just one a son and a daughter. Their big attorneys in California didn't even care, didn't want the property. And that property was in Manhattan Beach. That's an excellent area. And they literally just said, just think of a price and give it to us. We don't care. And take everything out of the house and give it away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that property was valued at close to $2 million. So you just never know.
Yeah, I
And
had to open
that's
my eyes.
another reason why I love probate so much, because a lot of times the children don't want the property. They just don't want to be bothered with the property. And so with probate, and when I said when it comes to probate, you can easily make 50 to 100,000, 150, 200, sometimes $500,000 from a probate property.
That's why I can even consider those kind of numbers right now.
Exactly. One deal can set you into being a PML. One deal. And we are touching commercial properties. Commercial properties have very large spreads also. And so I love probate. I love commercial properties. I love land deals, you know. Um, Land deals are even more appealing if we can get land deals and we lock them up on owner financing. When we flip them to our investors on the owner finance, the investor is so happy that we can take a land deal like a couple acres that's slated for development, and we can flip that to an investor and make 200 to $300,000 off of it because we gave it to him as an owner finance. So he's really not paying anything out of his pocket. So he's glad to pay us our huge assignment fee up front because that's a development property that he knows along the line later on he's going to be making millions and millions of dollars off of that development. So that's like a great deal. So, in wholesaling, there's a lot of ways to do deals. It's just a matter of knowing, and that's what I bring for all of you to be able to do. No,
Right.
but Cali, don't discount that part of California. I know that part of Cali. So I got you. I got you. We just got to get on this PropStream and get this moving. Okay?
Perfect. Sounds great.
Enjoy the
I'm excited.
grandbabies in the meantime.
Thank you. I will.
Liz, I see your hand up again.
Who?
Liz, Lizzie.
Me.
Oh, Liz. Yes,
I
Miss
I
Liz.
I drove Christina crazy this afternoon with text messages.
She blew
I
my
was
phone
freak.
up like no
I
one
was
else.
I was freaking out, and she's like, "I'm gonna get back to you." And within seconds, she's like, "Bam, bam, bam, bam," just answering everything. I'm like, "Oh my God, she's gonna kill me."
No, no. What's
So
up?
I
Tell
I
me.
have two questions. One is going back to the holding company. I've got an appointment at my bank tomorrow to
Mhm,
add on the money market account and the
mhm,
wire.
mhm,
Um, I do want to put the holding company in the name of the bank account that I opened it up with, which is Gaia Real Estate Investments
mhm,
LLC.
Mm-hmm.
So that won't be a problem if I do this tomorrow and then go ahead and reach out to, I think she put down Yami at
Mm-hmm.
AmeriLawyer.
Mm-hmm.
That won't
No,
be a
it's
problem.
fine because it's just a matter of a slight transition. It's no major. You're just converting your LLC to a holding company as a corporation, INC, as an incorporation. That's it. And then once you get those paperwork, then you go back to the bank with your binder. When you receive your binder in the mail, take your binder back and says this is now a corporation, and they will switch the accounts to reflect as a corporation. That's it.
Okay, and I gave them my EIN number for a guy for my LLC at the bank.
Mhm.
Is that the same EIN number that I'll be using for the corporation?
Yes, remember what
Oh,
we said on Saturday? We're just gonna,
yes.
update it in the system with IRS.
Okay. And the other thing is I saw a house. It's a few blocks from mine.
Hmm.
It looks like it's been sitting there empty for a while. I don't know how I have not noticed it because I'm always looking around. The grass is
I
grown
know
out.
you, Miss Curiosity.
I look at every house. Let me see what's going on with that one. I went to the mailbox because I couldn't, the numbers were not there. I could not find anything in the mailbox. So I went to the trash can because it was sitting there upside down. And there was, lo and behold, old mail in there. So I got the address and I can't search it. So I was curious as to if maybe we could look it up.
Let's see, hold on a second. I know you like to send me down these rabbit holes. Sometimes you don't have the right address and I gotta go
I
through.
have it now. I have it.
Okay, give me that
I
address.
don't know why I come across these houses that don't have their numbers on them. It's 8225
Mm-hmm.
Southwest 42nd Street, Miami, and the zip code is 33155.
Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, so from what I'm seeing right now, property is about $700,000 was the value. There don't seem to be any lien on the property. It's never listed on MLS. Neighborhood seems to be pretty decent. Let's see what we got. See what Redfin is saying first before we call this one out. So does it look closed up? Is there no cars, no activity?
No cars, it's closed up. It looks like it's been that way for a little bit now.
Does it look overgrown?
All over the yard, yes. Front yard, backyard. The house looks really abandoned.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, about Zillow and Redfin showing about the same estimate that I guessed at 700,000.
But no
Off
liens.
market, nothing on it. So I would definitely have to skip trace this and see what's up with it because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't show any lien. It doesn't show like taxes haven't been paid. So I would have to skip trace this to see what's going on.
I seem to come across a lot of those in this area. The houses look that way, but
Mhm.
there's no liens. The taxes are all up to date.
Yeah. I mean, there's a small mortgage on it, but it's like 100 and something thousand dollars. But that's nothing, you know? And it seems to be in a family trust. So it could be someone passed away, and again, we're in a situation where it's just sitting because the kids don't want to be bothered.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's in a family trust for sure. Mm, the only thing that's owed on it is two small mortgages for like 114,000. So we'll
Okay.
skip trace it and see what's going on with it.
You'll get back to me?
We will do it together.
Okay, perfect.
You know, I don't do your homework. You do your homework.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm ready.
I teach you to do your homework. Where is Stacy tonight? Stacy's awfully quiet. Stacy, how is our daily going? Where's Stacy? Stacy, hello.
I was trying to unmute. Everything it's going pretty good. Um, it was a crazy week last week.
Mhm.
A bit of drama at the office, so
Uh,
short-staffed and lovely stuff. So,
oh,
but I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row. We'll t on the one-on-one, we'll talk about the holding, and getting my accounts together. I'm working on that.
are you still doing your daily affirmation and chip away
Yes,
little bits of things?
yes.
Excellent, excellent. See, you're clearing the clutter, which will make you focus better because the
Yes.
same way you will approach this whole business. Excellent. I'm glad to hear. The drama at work is just your stepping stone. Always remind yourself of one thing. This drama is temporary. I am out of here.
Oh,
And
yes.
so
I'm just like, okay, I'm not worried about that. I'll be on the house soon enough. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
exactly, exactly. So, just quiet that noise over there and says, you guys could keep making noise. I'm out of here. I'm leaving on this jet plane. Catch me if you can.
Definitely a mindset shift.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely a mindset shift.
For sure. Um, I think I'm missing somebody. Is Sharice here tonight? Is
And
she?
Nicole is down there, like hiding. She made the face.
Uh-huh. I
Here, I'm here.
oh, she's here. Oh, we got the leopard print going tonight. Okay. See you.
I see you. Yes, I'm here. I actually was laughing when you were talking to Kansas because I'm in Mooresville with her.
Oh.
And so, but I haven't been really thinking so much about Mooresville. I was thinking more
Mhm.
about Georgia because I spent a lot of time there also.
Mhm.
But I did do some looking under the foreclosures in North Carolina. I remember we talked about on Saturday, so I went straight to looking for foreclosures.
Oh,
And
okay.
I did
Look
come
at
across,
you being proactive. That's
I'm
right.
trying, I'm trying.
Mhm.
But my question in reference to that is like I
Mhm.
came across quite a few, of course.
Mhm.
Do you recommend that I kind of use the calculator the way you showed us tonight? Do you
Mhm.
recommend I kind of use the calculator to try to figure out all those nuances that you mentioned to
Mhm.
determine whether it's a good idea or not?
Yes, the calculator will help to tell you if it's something worth your time to proceed.
Okay.
When you talk to the seller or whoever the trustee is of the property, it really does help you. It helps you in your negotiation with them. When you call them and they're giving you one price, if the price just seems above what you got on the calculator, you can easily say, well, help me to understand how you came about that pricing. You know, it gets them to talking. It gets them to give you more information about the property, and then you get to understand them, how they got to that price. Sometimes, like I said, embrace no, because no helps you to realize and move you on to the next deal rather than you sitting there like, maybe I could do this, maybe I could. No, no, the answer is no, because you can have motivated seller but wrong price. You can have right price and unmotivated seller. Like they're telling you they're paying, but is that pain really that bad that they're ready to adjust that price? No.
Mm.
Sometimes they just not ready. They're not at that precipice that you need them to be. So you say, well, you thank them for the time and says, I have a realtor that I work with that can list this property for full market value.
Mhm.
Can I refer you to them?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
remember, I always say 2% from a realtor fee is better than zero.
Right.
No.
Right.
So not only are you transferring them to a realtor within our group, but you're actually giving the seller an eye opener because they will say, yeah, and they will go ahead and work with the realtor you referred to them. And then after 40, 30, 45 days, they see the property is not moving. Guess what? They'll call you. Now they're ready to make a deal. Guess what?
Mhm.
That's your hammer. That's your Thor moment. You drop the hammer because you're going to lower that price. You're going to
Right.
bang that price out. Like,
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna
yep.
ask that. Do I lower the price then?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because now you've got them there. That's it. You know?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So it's a twofold what I recommend when it doesn't look like a wholesale deal. Tell them you're going to recommend your realtor. Talk up your realtor. You're a great realtor. They're concentrating on your home only. Da 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 da. And connect your realtor immediately. Introduce the realtor, and I will provide you guys realtor list, all that. Connect
Okay.
the realtor. The realtor knows that they're going to charge 6%. 2% goes to you as the referral. They keep 4%. But if the listing expire, it reverts back to you because
Mhm.
the seller is now frustrated and realize that what you educated them on,
Mhm.
what the real price is based on. And don't be afraid to call them out if they're saying, well, my neighbor across the street, they just sold their house for 600,000. Yes. And that is the price you can get dependent on the ARV, your after repair value. Your home currently can reach that value, Mr. XYZ, once we do all the upgrades. You know, sometimes you have to educate them even though they're trying to be stubborn. And it's as simple as that. You just don't push them to the limit. You stop because they want to continue to go in that direction.
Mhm.
And you say, great, I have a realtor that will take very good care of you. Make sure your property is listed for the full market value you wish. Turn them over.
Mhm.
You go to your next client and let the realtor continue to deal with that. 30 days down the road, the house ain't sold, he's calling you back.
Right.
Now
Okay.
it's yours. Drop that hammer.
Yeah. That's the hammer.
That's right. But you're right. Georgia is a great market for sure.
Mhm.
So it doesn't mean that because you're in North Carolina you can't, you know,
Mhm.
but it's good to have you and Candace in the same area. At least I
Yes.
know you'll tag team each other and keep each
Yeah.
other accountable.
Yes.
Candace, I know she's saying yes.
I am. I'm agreeing. I put in the chat that we're gonna have to split Morrisville trees.
That's right. Yep.
I
It's
love
big enough
seeing
for
all
the
the
both of us.
partnerships. This is so
It's big enough for the
fantastic.
both of us.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. Morrisville's huge.
Yes.
Mhm, mhm. But I mean, you don't have to say Mooresville because, like I said, we have so
Mhm.
many leads that Florida is just a hop and skip away. But because we're in this group together, we have sisters that can actually do the groundwork. You know, it doesn't mean because we don't live in Florida, we can't work Florida deals. This is what teamwork is about. You have your boots on the ground, you know. Um, we all make money together. It's that simple, right? Still love the bonnet though. Nicole, I see you over there. Come, step up, step up.
Hi. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can
Um,
hear you. Tell us what's going
so
on.
I'm pretty proud of myself because I've been making calls.
Oh.
Um, I don't have a deal, but I did like I realized that we have a lot of equity in our house.
Mm-hmm.
And initially I was thinking of like, okay, well, that'll be great for like us, for me to have money to do stuff. But then I happened across a post because I am still in Rain, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
also in like I do a free wholesaling thing, other stuff.
Right.
So I'm kind of all over trying to just be everywhere. Um, but I came across this where initially they were talking about Jay being with other people to
Mm-hmm.
help this end. Like she was connecting people with this person selling the property.
Mm.
Um, and or I'm not selling, he owned it. And it's already like a money making four
Oh.
unit
Mm-hmm.
rental.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously if I was further into this, I would be like, I'll just take it. I'll just let me have it. Not there
Right.
yet,
Right.
but I offered to cover half of what they wanted to like fix it up and then do a DSCR.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back to me and said, um, how about this? We kind of decided we want to sell it. So you're going to be the only PML. And basically, what, because I'm doing home equity, I'll have like a payment, right? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
a home equity thing. But what they're going to give me every month will cover that. And then
Okay.
they're doing instead of points, like I'll get a 10% exit fee.
Mm-hmm.
So just giving my money out and I mean, I haven't just given it out. I have to
Right.
sign a contract still,
Right.
but it's, I'm gonna give them this money and then just make 12 grand. And I'm like, I'll take it. That's something. Not what I expected at all to
Right.
start with,
Right.
but
Right.
hey, it's something. And I needed it like end of last week. I had a little bit of a crisis of faith with all of
Mm-hmm.
this, like just having put so much money into stuff already and
Mm-hmm.
like all the different softwares. And obviously,
Yeah.
Rain is crazy and,
Yeah.
just all of it. And I had a little bit of a crisis of faith last week and like panicked. I was up at 4 a.m. the one morning, couldn't go back to
Oh.
sleep. And my my husband, thank God, I'm very lucky. He's very supportive of all of this and just me in general. So
Mm-hmm.
he like called me later, like, hey, I noticed you were up when I left, and that's not normal. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna bankrupt us. This is it. I'm ruining our lives. I'm gonna like lose all our
Right.
money. And
Right.
I had a little bit of a mental breakdown last
A panic moment. Yeah.
yeah.
Understandable.
So
Understandable.
I've come out the other side. He's helped, and I'm just gonna keep chugging along, trying to still get a deal, do wholesaling, do something. But I keep telling myself, I got a PML deal, man.
Yeah.
I'm over here PMLing, okay?
Yep. Yep. Exact. So you used your equity in your home to do it with, and you took
Hmm.
a HELOC loan.
Yeah.
Now, when you did your HELOC loan, did you ask them to make sure your interest rate is the same as your current loan on your property?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Because we have a very good interest rate.
Yep, yep. And doing the PML, I'm going to assume that you are making sure that you are in
Hello?
lien position.
Yes. Yes. I am in first lien position. This is actually paying off like the current lender they have
Mhm, mhm.
um is like they did seller financing. So these
Okay.
are investors and they did seller financing. So they're trying to get out of that.
Mhm.
Number one, because it's seller financing, but also because it's got like their partner's name on it and he's not with them anymore, stuff like that. So
Okay.
kind of like
Okay.
They've been doing this a long time. They're like, he's like, I'd love to do more deals with you. I'm like, I'm I'm game, bud. You're over here
Exactly.
with you're over here with your multi-million dollar commercial properties all day. Call me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's what it's about. Once you do a PML, you always make sure you're in first lien position.
Hmm.
The interest return on your money, you make sure you understand your contract, how long they're gonna have the money out for, what is it be, what they're gonna do, what's the timeline to complete it,
Yeah.
so you know what your expected return dates are, your expected amount,
Hmm.
you know. So you always make sure that you diversify with your PML. Don't just put everything in one place because you want to
Hmm.
build faster. So those are like little things you watch for to make sure that you're okay
Yeah.
and covered. But I'm glad you came out on top. And I mean, I'm sure all the ladies here have been there one time or another. So,
It will. I'm sure it won't be the last.
no, no, everybody's been there at one time or another, freaking out and thinking, oh my God, what did I do? But you rise above it, you meet the challenge, and you realize that, the equity in your home was very valuable in terms of you becoming a PML.
Hmm.
That's anyone that have at least $100,000 in equity in their home can become a PML, which pays very nicely as long as you're with the right person, and I always say if you're going to do PML, don't settle for less than a 12% return on your money, regardless of the amount. Don't settle for less than 12%. You're being very generous, very competitive, especially with hard money lenders. They're much higher and much harder to deal with, and they don't cover rehab costs and so forth. So, yeah, yeah. I
Y'all
just,
already know who's a PML right there. Write that down.
yeah,
And
we can send you great deals.
And Nicole's in Michigan. Michigan ladies.
Okay,
Hi.
yes, do coffee meetup. For sure, do coffee meetup. Get to
We
know
are
each
about
other.
3.5 hours from each other.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, there you go.
if Gigi, if I may interrupt for a
Mhm,
second, also something that I learned when I did my first PML is that as a first lien holder, it's also very important to have the insurance policy, your
mhm.
name added to the insurance policy. I had
Yes.
no idea about that, and then thank God the rain sister that I did with, she held me by the hand and she taught me and
Hmm.
showed me all the things that we need to look out for.
Yes.
It's also very
Yes.
important in case something happens to the property.
Hmm.
Your name is
Yeah. And the closing attorney should already know this, but it's also good for you to have the knowledge to look out on your closing documents, what all you're being paid for. You also have the right to call the shots when you go to closing to say, well, this is going to be done in this, and this stage. So I want my money to be held in escrow and released based on completion. So you set the milestone so that you're holding them accountable that you're lending the money to. You're also making sure they stay with the timeline so you get your money back.
Thanks, Gigi.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you, Nicole, and welcome. Ladies, anyone else got anything for me tonight? Gloria, you still have your hand up? Something else?
that was it.
I
No,
see
that's
we
okay.
have Noah on the call tonight, which is a new
Oh,
name and a new friend here. Noah, do you want to introduce yourself?
no.
No, it's not. No, it's me, Connie. I'm on my son's thing. I don't know why his name came up. I didn't change it. So I'm
Oh,
so
Okay.
Connie, you
sorry.
are incognito, girl.
Oh, Connie hiding out. Okay, Connie, we see you.
Oh my gosh. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay. I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, why is my son's name up there? Oh.
Wow. Okay, everyone. Connie and her son is on.
You know, stuck in
Woohoo.
California traffic and yeah, no. So I was stuck in California traffic, so I wasn't sure I was gonna make it, but here I am. I thought I can't miss it. So I'm glad I got to hear your guys' stories. So fun. Always encouraging.
Well, what are you up to, Miss Connie?
Well, I have two um two properties under contract, but it's funny because I was hearing you say that not all deals might be good, and I'm thinking maybe one of them might not be so good. So we'll see. They're both in Florida,
Mhm.
in Jacksonville, and one of them is a novation situation because they're a couple that moved to Jacksonville, but it's like an hour away from her family and friends, and the wife hasn't been very happy in the last year, and so they really want to get out of it, but they can't sell it, traditionally. So, we thought, and he does. It's not a sub two because the interest is at 6.5.
Mm.
So he was thinking, and it's interesting because he actually brought up the novation possibility, and
Mhm.
so I had to go back and watch some videos on that.
You had to go self-educate.
Okay. And so, I don't know. I mean, he still wants to do it. I offered him like, it's like he says novation. It's like he said all he needs is like $6,000, cover the mortgage, whatever he owes, and then $6,000 to move. So, I don't know if that's going to be something good for anybody out there, but I gave him the weekend to think about it and, came back and said, yeah, that he still wants to do it. So we'll see, we'll see if it pans out, but he understands that those are tight numbers that might not happen, might not be able to do it. So, yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
give me a jingle tomorrow, drop me the address in. Let's see if we can make the numbers work.
Okay. All right. I could do
Okay.
that. I
It's
will.
possible, just depending on where in Jacksonville, because I know Jacksonville pretty good. I know there's if he's suggesting innovation, that means he's somewhat of an informed consumer. So there
Uh-huh.
he may just be seeing it, and because you're not well versed in innovation, you may not see it. But let's put eyes together on it, and I will let you know, yay or nay, bounced or
Okay.
stay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. I'll do that.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make that little note on your calendar, drop me the address, and we shall chit chat about it in the
Take
morning,
a
and
look.
I'll run some numbers for you.
Fun. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
And keep driving safely, Noah.
I will. I will. I will. I'll be listening though. I'll be listening to you guys. You're right here.
Okay. Okay, you got it. You got it. All right, ladies.
Oh
What
yeah.
else do we have for tonight? Did we cover everybody? Yes, we did. We grabbed
I
the whole
think
of
we
it.
did. Yeah, absolutely. So I have a challenge for everyone as we are getting ready to get into Saturday coming up. You guys don't have enough on your plate. Not at all.
No.
Nowhere near as much as you think. So, because we are now getting ready to get our PropStream access and start looking into list building and whatnot, it's
Mhm.
time to figure out what your niche is gonna be. And the reason why I bring this up is because if you look at your email, the big monstrosity email of which I will break down into day by day bite sized pieces, of which you will receive one a day, maybe two, but one for sure. And what's coming up on there is Most of us already know holding company is the mama bear. We're working on getting that done. LLCs come after for the properties you're working on that you go take into closing and so on. But we also want to start considering, after we get everything set up, business website, landing page. Well, in order to do your capturing of your opt-in, which can be as simple as whatever your freebie is going to be, something that is very valuable. And that could be some tips and tricks that will help somebody in the moment have a quick win. And that in the moment is going to also create that know, like, and trust factor. So start thinking about what area, what type of niche you would like to be focusing on. And you don't have to think of it right now, but you want to have something in the works, because as you start building your business pages, you are going to have an opt-in page with your contact form that we talked about. And so when we talk about those contact forms, contact me, well, you may not be an expert in tax liens, but Holly might be. But someone else might be really great at probate, and somebody else might be really great at foreclosures and pre-foreclosures or bankruptcies or fix and flips. So you might want to start thinking, what is it that you want to be the go-to person for? Because we can know a lot about everything or a little bit about everything, but when we serve everybody, then we serve nobody, because you're serving too many. So think about what you want to have on your plate, portion control, and then you can expand and grow from there. It will help you so much. It will so help you when you start building your brand, because we will be working on that as we're growing our businesses individually, and when you're putting your partnerships together, so that you know what to bring to Holly, you know what to bring to Latrice, you know what to bring to Crystalland when you are bringing in your realtors to help partner with you. So I just wanted to give you a tiny little challenge, not a big one, because you've got like 2 weeks, like 2 Saturdays, okay? Because we're still doing holding companies, EINs, DUNS numbers. Wait, you're muted, Gigi. I'm pointing to the you're muted, Gigi.
Wait, because they remember they all had to take that personality test. That personality test should have already tell you what line you are going. That should already have set some precedent of where you are going in this real estate business. And I know a lot of you, when you took that personality test, it literally nailed you all dead on.
It
So,
nailed me. I was so shocked. No, I wasn't.
no, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't.
Like, I totally knew it was coming.
But that personality test will always direct you. And when you put it in ChatGPT, you'll sit there and go like, oh, okay, all right, I know where I'm going. And you start focusing and zoning in, you're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill the market. Just that's it. Like Nicole said, she just want to be plugged into the money making kind. I'm with her. As a PML, you can do that. It's easy to rinse and repeat. Know your strategy, know what you got to look out for, and just keep going from there. That's it. Well, ladies, we will wrap it up for tonight and look for Christina mail.
I'm already working on it. I love sending out emails. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just love it though.
It's, oh, as
Yes, and then send
always.
me whatever questions you have. Blow up my phone, Liz. It's all good, baby. Like, y'all can just text me, like, bam, bam, bam. I love to hear the ding, 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 ding. It's so cute. Except when I'm in yoga or in bar class, and I'm just like, oh shit, I forgot to turn my phone off. But totally cool. I love it. I love responding and giving you whatever answers you need. I might have to enlist Latrice as my backup assistant at some point. So just putting that out there because you don't got enough to do already.
Gotcha. I got
But so much love, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And yes, you will see us again on Wednesday. I will be sending out your one-to-ones so that you can book your little calls and get all your stuff together. So see you again very soon. Much love. Namaste.
Namaste. Good night, ladies.
Good night,
it.
everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you.